So once I got the security clearance at the 110 in Scotts Valley, and they basically dubbed and revived me and made me in the worst possible things you could do to a human being. And then everyone, all my friends in Santa Cruz will tell you, if Christopher can get off the drugs, then any imbecile can and become elite soldier. So, and it's with these things. So the first thing we did with this, so was with my engineering was we studied wiretaps, so wiretapping, and so with internet was my in my room was wiretaps. So and then when I asked for if I looked up if I typed in wiretap and studied the schematics and the circuitry of a wiretap, then so we started from there. And then after I got out, so in in Cal Poly, I was in a dorm room called Aliso, and I was there in with a Marine. Was a Marine, and in this in computer science student, and his grandmother or grandparents or something like that were mediators. They were judges. Then me is imbecile drug addict, and then but then if Christopher can get off of all the drugs Christopher did in the past, then any imbecile can get off drugs. So the drugs is not an excuse anymore. So next is we created these surveillance systems, this network of connected smartphones and recording devices. This is pretty cool because they record your voice and takes pictures and rushing, and then we can and then we can like mix master the tape, your voice recordings with conversations, and then mix master it and send it back to somebody. We do imbecile things with these things, and then we can like connect the phone together with other people's others' phones. So and then we can use it as a listening device. So so these things with these things, and take and then we can like mind control. We can black people. We can black people out. We can block people's minds out and move them like robots, and then like have them stop a photo, just and shoot us back the photo, and then block their minds out, and then boom, and then they're back to consciousness, and they don't remember even doing it. So, and then the police surveillance song are these things is this thing. Woo, woo, woo. And then so we got this bright idea where we can put police IDs and our badges into these things. And we were stringing codes in, so and then everyone was pissed, so they sat me in court for a while, and then we were getting the judge the judge showed me the coolest computer system ever. So what the judge showed me was unless we get a the psychiatrist at the judge showed me this cool trick where unless we sign the papers, the so with like a signature, when I signed the signature, and then the data would appear on the computer. That was the coolest thing I ever seen. so I didn't see that before. So with the written signature was it would show up on these electronic devices. So and I studied it. I sat there and I thought long and hard. How are they doing it nowadays? So with the information that we were doing with this, with they could we would hallucinate schizophrenic, and then I remembered the page flip system. So this is how I read like a book. So when I read, this is the Larry Page Flip Google Page Flip system. I opened it up, and then you were happy to listen. We were happy to listen, and then I turned to another page like this, and then if recalling a certain thing made you uncomfortable, total recalls, and then we go here, and it's the central control nervous system. So central control. So the central control nervous system. So is these imbecile things we can do with that. So and then what's controlling emotions and uh, like people's nervousness. Uh, so I sat there long and hard, and sat there long and hard, and thought. How was the judge doing this with the computers? And it was super cool. So, and then is the NSA supercomputer and supercomputing? We were doing these stupid things with paper, and then papers, and pencils and paper, and then so you want to. So my suggestion is you want to put your kids and sit them in the garage with just a paper and pen, not with all these electronics and like an instructions manual. But you want them to see if they get like a voice in their head that gives them ideas and thoughts, and these visions. So it's like the translation of do you see what I see? Do you see my visions? The star spangles. Can you see what I see? Do you, these visions? And it's with what I see when I went to Los Altos Hills. I took off to Los Altos Hills. The first lesson they taught me was reading signals intelligence, and that was with reading people's. They would point, do this, and I had to translate that, and then or interpret it. So and how we were creating the boards was. It was Jerry Yang's team and the Los Altos team that taught me how to create the boards, councils, and committees, and connecting them together, like other entities of large bodies of people. And then so I operated with the board, committee, and council. So and then were these magical councils that strung minds together and connected them. And then we were forming companies, and then one of the projects was with creating parent companies. It was one of the first ones. So first thing Google and Yahoo did was win my heart. So and then they gave me the trade secrets of search engines. So search engines and all. And with search, it's like they got it from search and rescue. So search and rescue. So you can like in this operating people, you can move people around to search and operate, and you can like find different things hidden around, and you can like move something, or you'll move something where you can find information in these things or on the internet. And then, or you can like move things around, and then you'll find some kind of treasure or something. So it's like, they're like treasure hunts. Or you can find like the bad guy. If police were using it, you'd find like guns and drugs and like all kinds of stuff. So and then, but I don't know. For some people, for police work and like military, you want to find the IEDs and bombs and explosives and weapons kind of stuff that'll hurt others, dangerous things. But then if you use it in good ways for like kids and parents and like religious people want to play with, like playing with creating these mysteries, it's okay.